All right, everybody, hello and welcome back to the MLE. It is Sunday night, and these are the conference finals. We have one final conference final for you. It is shaping up to be a fantastic one. The Blue Conference Premier League, not Bulls, Foxes and Hives. This should be a fun one. My name is Hunted. With me is Kendo. Kendo, how are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling really good. I got balls guarana in my veins, and I got amazing Rocket League on my screen. Now, the Foxes, the juggernaut of the Blue Conference, the number one seed going into the playoffs, 29-11, have not lost a single series, Hunted. And that can be very, very intimidating, especially for the Hive, as we mentioned before, missing their best player in Squid.
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw this earlier on today, actually. The Foxes had to make a substitution of their own. I think our graphic on the stream is even wrong because that's how quick it was. Atacad not able to play tonight. It will instead be Bacon for the Foxes. And we've seen Bacon in the past. He is quite a great player in his own right. So it's not it's not going to hurt the Foxes too much, but it's still something to note for this conference final.
Yeah, it changes up the play style a little bit, I will say, because in 3 games, only 13 assists out of Bacon, whereas with Henry and AutoCAD and Henry had this amazing chemistry together, 27 and 23 assists in 6 games. So literally between the two of them, 50 assists in 6 series. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, both teams, they're going to have to make adjustments, but that's what makes these teams into great teams, right? I mean, you don't get to the conference finals. You don't have a perfect season without making the adjustments when necessary. And we're going to look for the Hive and the Foxes both to do just that. Again, if you guys missed it a little bit earlier, we watched, of course, the Champ League conference finals, but just a little while ago, we saw the Elite and the Bulls slug it out in a 7-game series. Eventually, the Bulls able to overcome the Elite, and they are awaiting whoever wins this one in the grand finals.
Yeah, and definitely looking forward to a wonderful match as the Orange Conference going to take Manfield Knight. One of my favorite maps as well. I believe we have that amazing preview to go through.
That we do. Here, go ahead and take a look. And when we get into the game, I know that we promised you who will win the giveaway. I'll make sure to announce that right after this sweet map intro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, game number 1 between the Hive and the Foxes of the Premier League Blue Conference final. Luca's going to try to go over top of Bacon, not going to quite happen. Malamente wants to keep the ball in. Before we get too deep into this one, again, just want to announce the winner of the Powerade giveaway this evening. We announced the first one. The second winner is Sci-Fry. Sci-Fry, if you're in the chat, please let somebody know, and we will get all of your information to send you that wonderful controller. But we are underway with game number 1 here in this best of 7 series.
I'm going to pretend I rigged it for Sci-Fry right there. The man, the myth, the legend, been around since Season 4, Hunted, and the Tyrants so close. As Sci-Fry in the Academy, no, is he in the Academy? Yeah, Academy League Sci-Fry yesterday. So close to putting the, oh mercy, I'm going to forget my names. The Outlaws away. But I love how many of these squads are performing so well across the board. As we've seen, the Foxes and the Hive are completely, they're the only teams that don't have other squads in.
Yeah, no, absolutely they don't, but these two squads going to be duking it out as Bacon gets the first goal of the game. A little bit of a mistouch there by the Hive defender. Bacon's going to follow that up. The Foxes off to a 1-0 lead here in game number 1. Bacon looking to put his mark on the series. Again, the sub for the Foxes. It will even put in the second goal. Bacon's got 2 in the first minute 15.
Bacon is sizzling. He had his breakfast and he is ready for more as he gets it up and over. Both members of the Hive, they're not able to swarm to the ball in time.
Like how you used every single pun you could in one sitting. Now you're going to have to come up with all the other ones.
Ooga booga.
Well, there we go. As this one's going to be passed across the way. Henry looking for the touch. That's both Hive players on the back wall. This one's going to be Bacon towards the net. Malamente can't get there, and Bacon's got his hat trick.
Man, Bacon has come out absolutely on fire, and he's raiding the Hive right now. I'm not sure foxes like honey, but I tell you what, this Bacon is more than just maple cured.
All right, now you're getting a little reachy here. We're only in game 1. You can start pulling these out when we're in games 3 or 4. Game 1.
Don't criticize greatness, my friend.
You're just pulling them all out all at once. Are you doing it so you won't forget? I have a feeling that you are the type of person who writes down the puns beforehand.
I mean, there is a list of puns and statistics on my desk. I don't quite have 4 pins like Achieves, but I guarantee that they are there. As here's Malamente looking for control. Uga not able to get the touch up. Malamente will see it in 50-50, leaves it in the mid for Uga. Uga pushes the ball back into the Foxes zone. Bacon is there. Will push the ball out for Uga, who's going to sky it high. A chance, drops down, open net. Malamente will score.
And finally, the Hive on the board here in game number 1. Uga doing a great job getting that just below the reach of Henry, and Malamente goes right underneath the defender. Quick little play to get the Hive on the board. We've only played half the game. They're only down by 2. Plenty of time to see if they can come back in this one. Henry in good position on that kickoff as it's going to go right to Bacon. That does turn him away, and they are looking to push the attack onto the Foxes' half. So that one's going to be played down by Malamente. Henry with the pop-up. Bacon up for it, touches it down. That one's going to filter down, but it's going to be Uga who will eventually clear it away, and the Hive are looking to counter.
Yeah, finally a little bit of structure to this game, and it's a lot of lofted balls. The Hive's trying to play above the Fox's ground game, and it's worked okay so far. We'll see if they can get another goal on the board.
2 minutes to go here. The Foxes still looking to press the attack. That's going to be a follow-up from Henry, and that is in the back of the net. A great play here from the Foxes to give them back their 3-goal lead.
Oh, Henry, that pinch off of the corner by Bacon was greasy, my friend, as we go 4-1 with 1:52.
The fake kickoff here from the Foxes. Henry's going to play that one towards the sidewall. He will even just try to play this one over top. Ugas. Now it's going to be Bacon. One more touch. There's Malmente to clear it away. Bacon still looking for the play out in the corner. It's going to come way out in front. This will give the Hive a chance for a clear. Goes around Henry. It will reside in the corner now. And Bacon's going to clear it away. Malmente trying to stop him here. They've got a minute 20 seconds. They still need 3.
Yeah, Henry looking to be a little bit nutty right here, but not able to do so. The Foxes maintaining a little bit more control, but the defensive rotation not quite there. Henry able to retreat in time, not enough power on the Hive attack. There wasn't enough sting in that one.
Well, this one is Ugas there. Down, out in front. Malamente is going to chase Bacon's touch into the corner. Good shot on goal. That one just a bit high. It's Henry's to play away. Tries to go over top. Good challenge. Now Malamente along the sidewall. Can he get the touch past Bacon? Not quite. Here comes Uga. It's going to play way up high. Henry turning him away, and it's going to be Bacon one more time into this yellow corner. Just wanting to waste as much time as possible. We're in the final 30 seconds, and if the Hive can't get down the field and score in the next couple of seconds, this game is all but over, but that is definitely going to do it here for game one.
Yeah, I'm looking for a little more structure in the Hive's defensive rotation right now. It seems like the honeycomb has been crushed. Not very much doing defensively, as they've really just allowed the Foxes to take full control of this game. Foxes 7 shots, the Hive 7 shots, but not much going on in the way of calculated touches. But Henry out of the mid here.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it has to do with the Foxes really just being on top of the ball for the most part. You know, we talk a lot about speed, but the fact that, the fact of the matter is in Rocket League, it's speed and control that wins you these types of games. And the Foxes, while they're playing quite quickly, I mean, this is a Premier League team, as we said. They're also playing with a large amount of ball control. You always see them make touches that put them in an advantageous position, or makes it awkward for the Hive, makes it difficult for them to control the ball. And the Foxes are doing it so well, it's just the Hive can never quite get, on their feet in the series. They had plenty of shots, but really, I mean, just none of them were dangerous. It never felt like the Hive really had a chance to score.
Yeah, I feel like they were trying to fly the ball too high. A lot of shots on net, but none of them were really dangerous at all, my friend. It's 9 shots, 1 goal. There were 5 saves for the Foxes, but it wasn't a matter of, I gotta make sure I make this save. You didn't hear us talking about, Henry with the big save. No, it was a lot of long distance touches that had very little substance to them, and they're definitely going to need to change that going into game 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely need to make a change. Don't know exactly how they're going to do it. I would like to see, of course, we preach the demo and the bump plays. Always a great way to open up a little bit of space on the offensive side of the ball. But I also think they can counteract it with a little bit more infield passing, a little bit more speed through mid. Don't really boom it back, control the ball, try to find your teammates, and get it past that Foxes defense.
Well, we go into game number 2, my friend, and Malamente gonna jump on the ball immediately, but it's played away by Henry. The Hive getting a little bit of possession in the Foxes zone. Not lasting long, though, as Henry gonna sky this ball out, and Malamente controls.
Malamente's gonna follow this one up, trying to get past Bacon out in front for Uga to put home. Uga in a great spot, predicting that 50-50 in the corner.
Really well played by Uga to keep himself right there in the middle, but I can't discredit Malamente, who played that 50-50 ball absolutely stellar. They're flying now as the Hive go up with the first goal.
Well, it's going to be Bacon to try to answer that, as he does get a flip off the wall there, but no real issues for the Hive. As Uga looking for Malamente, it's going to be Henry to turn it away. Along the wall, does get a touch. It's going to be played back down, bounce out in front for Uga. He will get the clear. Malamente turning upfield, trying to challenge Henry. Waiting for the first touch, goes over top of him. This is going to put Uga in a really awkward spot. Malamente has to rotate back, and now he's getting pressured by Bacon. Bacon gets that challenge, but Malamente comes away with the ball. Over to Uga. Good play there from Henry to keep that one careening towards his net. And this is much better from the Hive. Like I said, the possession game, all important in the Hive, are really playing it quite well through the first minute and a half here.
I'd like to see a little more spacing between Malamente and Uga, but yes, I agree with you completely. Much better on the possession game. They're still hitting the ball high, but they have a lot more follow-up with their touches. Here's a follow-up by Bacon, though, as it forces a save out of Uga on the back end.
And Henry's still trying to keep this ball in, as it's going to be Malamente play this out of his own corner. Can't quite get past Bacon, as this one will fly its way across the pitch, comes all the way back. You don't really see that too often, as Henry up to play that one. He's going to get demoed for his trouble. This might give Bacon a bit of freedom to do what he wants, but it's not quite going to work out for him, as Henry will rotate back, make the play off the sidewall. That one's going to bounce back down. Can Uga make a touch? No, not quite. As now Henry looking for a touch around. This one's so awkward. It's such an awkward game right now from the Foxes. They haven't been able to find it, but there's the demo to open up the scoring.
I agree with you. It's a little bit awkward right now, and that the rotations for both teams are still being felt out. But one of the wonderful things about rotations being awkward is one demo can send the other team into chaos, and that's exactly what the Foxes did there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see the rotations kind of, normalize here a little bit more as we move forward, being tied in this game. But that is another demo. It's going to give Bacon a chance. Can't get over top of Uga, and now Henry still with the ball, looking for Bacon across the way. Gonna stay in the Hive zone. Can Bacon get this touch? He does get a little bit of a touch, but it will eventually be Malamente to see this one clear.
Yeah, I feel like Bacon did a little bit of a disservice to Henry on the back end of that. Went for the play. Should have just retreated because Henry could have charged on and made another play at that ball. Hem the Hive in their own end. Instead, the Hive have a little bit of control in that yellow zone.
Now it's Malamente hits the ceiling with that clear, and this gives the Foxes some space to work. Malamente getting bumped as well. And now we really see the Foxes controlling the pace of play in the Hive zone. We haven't really seen the orange half for about a good minute now, as Henry's going to keep this ball in as well. That one bounces way up high. Bacon with the touchdown. Malamente not going to be able to find that one. Henry unfortunately does whiff. Continue to play on 1-1 with a minute 20 to go. Both of these teams just looking for that hole in the armor of the other's defense.
Yeah, and really, the Hive not going to be able to find it in their own zone. They really need to find a way to push forward, because right now these touches out are being played next by the Foxes. It's literally just one touch and done for the Hive in their own zone, and that's a dangerous way to play.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and it might cost them here as Henry's got an opportunity, tries to force that one through, but it will eventually be cleared away for Bacon to try to turn back. Out in front, Malamente goes up for it, but again, Bacon, good play off the back wall. Now it's Henry to carry it down. He's got Malamente in front of him. Luca's gonna go up the wall to get the clear. Bacon with the touch, Malamente all the way back down. Henry, can he get over top? Not quite. Bacon's still here. And this is kind of how this game has been. If the Foxes haven't been on the offensive side of the ball has just been residing in mid, but Malamente still here, still trying to make something happen, but we might see overtime here in game 2.
Yeah, looks like we might go to it, though. Henry with a chance. This is off the backboard and down. What? Oh, my goodness. That fell just short of a critical ender for the Foxes.
Oh, my goodness. The Hive absolutely breathing a sigh of relief that ball did not find its way into the back of the net now as Henry goes up for that one. It will be eventually cleared away. The Hive on the counterattack out in front for Malamente, but Bacon, no problem for him to clear that away. Henry looking for the demo onto Malamente, but he will eventually go up to make the save. Bacon's still here, trying to press the attack. It's going to be good to try to clear it away. Bacon, another great challenge. The ball stays in the Hive zone. Eventually, the clear does come out. Foxes wanting to maintain possession. They kind of give it away there, but Bacon with a good challenge. They'll send it all the way down into the yellow zone out in front. No problem for Uga, but still Bacon keeps the ball in. One more clear. We've played 50 seconds here in overtime.
Yeah, and here comes a big play. Opportunity.
Oh, no.
Malamente, open net. The Hive are going to steal one. 2 shots, 2 goals, and the Hive find a way to pull it off in game number 2.
This is an absolute heartbreaker for the Foxes. I mean, the ball, at 0 seconds to go, the ball is about 90% in the goal, hits the ground, we go to overtime. Overtime happens, you have your opportunities, can't quite find the net, and then Bacon tries to go up for the clear, hits the post, and the game ends. I just, I know that the Foxes are a great team, and they still have plenty of momentum going into the next game, but that one really, really hurts, especially when the Hive had 2 shots the whole game.
Yeah, it was most of the game, about 80% of it was just the Hive trying to keep themselves between the ball and the goal. And it's evidenced by those 5 saves for the Hive. I'm literally baffled because I'm not 100% sure how the Hive pull off the win when you only get 2 shots on. Granted, you only need 2 shots to get the 2 goals to win in this case, but almost every single touch in their own zone was this one and done. It was a quick shot clear that barely got past the mid, and it was controlled again by the Foxes. The Foxes just not able to capitalize on opportunities, and man, almost a 0 hero for Henry hitting the ground beforehand. It was just, wow.
Yeah, I mean, really, what else can you say about that game other than wow? I mean, it was a close run from start to finish. Unfortunately for the Foxes, they don't come out ahead, but now they've just got to look forward into game number 3 as Henry's going to play this towards the net, gets the double touch, and that is a great response to dropping the second game.
Yeah, a great response to Henry missing the double touch just barely on the previous play. Oh, great job by Henry as he manages to read that situation. Hard ball to save for the Hive.
10 seconds in, it's 1-0 for the Foxes as Uga's gonna play this down, tries to challenge Bacon, but it will be turned away. Once again, Bacon trying to caress this ball out in front for Henry, but this is gonna give Malamente a shot, and that one's gonna go in.
There's a small problem when you're trying to caress your ball in. This is Rocket League, my friend, and you want a little more power and a little more authority on that, because if you're playing around with your ball, things like that are going to happen, and Malamente makes them pay.
Well, 1-1, 4:30 to go here in game number 3 as Bacon goes off the sidewall. Looking for the flip reset, not quite going to find it. It's going to be Uga to play it away. Now Henry, once again through mid, Malamente. Leaving it for Bacon. And the Foxes will eventually get the ball down into the Hive zone. They're looking just for this controlled aggression here. Want to pull out the Hive defenders as they've got to hustle back. Malamente might get this in transition. Bacon does get the touch. Malamente opting for the boost, and Uga will take a shot that gets eventually saved by Bacon. The Foxes a little bit disorganized here. It's not what we saw in the first 2 games.
Well, yeah, the Hive have managed to string together. They're keeping themselves very well on the defensive end. The game plan hasn't changed very much. Allow the Foxes this little bit of room to work in your zone, and then once they make the mistake in your zone, get this quick counterattack, score on the opposite end with these quick strike plays. But for the Foxes, I think it's baffled them at this point. They're still managing to keep a rotation, but it's very hard to try to find a method when you're putting so many shots on, but the Hive always seem to be there to save.
Well, now the Hive do have the possession in the orange half. Henry is trying to flick this one away. He will play this down to Bacon, who goes over top of the demo attempt from Malamente. Takes the corner boost and tries to challenge Uga there. It's going to be Henry. Gets challenged himself. Malamente might be able to get there, but the bump from Bacon's going to knock him off the ball just in time to allow him to eventually clear this off his own back wall. Henry not going for it, the challenge. Malamente looking for Uga. It's going to be Henry to play it back down, and Malamente's going to have to hustle back. He gets demoed, and this ball will find its way in. Malamente taking his time. He pays for it.
Hard to defend the ball when you are not there, and Bacon puts him in the frying pan and cooks him up. Nothing doing for the Hive there.
It is only 2-1, however. Halfway through this game, the Hive want to equalize as Uga's going to put that on goal. It's going to chase Henry all the way back. Good play from him. Malamente still there. He plays that way up high. Henry awaiting that play. Uga one more. Bacon trying to keep it out. Malamente still putting the pressure on. We have seen a A lot of pressure from the Hive. This is almost an exact reversal of game number 2, where the Hive are now the aggressors, but somehow they are trailing in this game.
And I think a lot of that's coming from the fact that most of their touches have still been a little too distant from the vehicle. Like, they're making these touches and we see a loose ball situation in the box. That's because they're not quite controlling it. Another defensive touch right there, immediately followed up by a Fox, and Henry's going to control this ball in this instant. He makes him pay for it. Uga not able to get a second touch, and that's what I've been talking about, Hunted, because they make these single touches, and if the Foxes are able to jump on it, it doesn't matter where you are on the field. That one touch, unless there's a follow-up, is going to put you at a disadvantage.
But once again, just comes down to control. The Foxes, while they haven't been the aggressors, like I said, while they've been kind of playing catch-up here in this game, they have had wonderful ball control when they do get possession. So now it's up to the Hive to try to respond. This game winding down, only 70 seconds left to play. As Bacon gets past Uga, he's trying to add on a 4th goal for his team. That ball's going to go a little bit up high. Bacon just looking to cause some distraction there through mid, final minute. Ball does get played down, and again, the Hive, they need to score these 2 goals, but now it's the Foxes just hemming them in their zone. Exactly what they need to do to close this game out.
And it's the control game that's going to net them another goal right here as the Hive lose track of the ball once again. The clear out, well played though by Bacon, who comes in, gets the demo. It's very hard to actually play the ball again if you're no longer in existence. The Foxes take control in game number 3, doing a really good job of taking advantage of the Hive, giving them the ball.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what kind of adjustments the Hive make as we, switch over into game 4 here shortly. Of course, assuming that this scoreline stays the same, although they will not tack on one, making a good save there. Assuming the scoreline stays the same and the Foxes go up a game in this series, it's really on the Hive again to make a change. They made a little bit of a change in game 2. But now they're just in a completely different position. They've tried the aggressive play against the Foxes. Obviously, it hasn't worked out for them. What do they do to put themselves back in the series?
Well, as you said, it starts with control, and I literally think it will start with controlled touches out of the Hive. It's got to start with the core. If you're not keeping control of the ball after that initial touch, as the Hive have been prone to not be able to do so far, it's going to put you at a huge disadvantage. And the Hive had a lot more pressure on the Foxes there, but it didn't lead to any major touches. They just seemed a little bit lost in the offensive end. And it also led to the Foxes coming out with 2 counterattack goals. 2 other goals, of course, caused by demolitions, and I think one of those coincided with each other, as you had a counterattack that also had a demolition. But you had lots of opportunities for the Foxes just due to that lack of control. It starts, keep your touch, make a man miss, and then once you have that 2v1, things open up. Pass to your teammate. Go for it yourself. Force a bad touch out of the defender. Easy rebound, goal. 2v1 situations are the key for the Hive going forward. They just need to control the ball to create them.
Yeah. I think that's kind of an important point in general in 2v2s, and I don't think we need to really, kind of expand on it. This is a 2v2 league, of course. A lot of these players already kind of have that sort of knowledge, but the 2v1 aspect is always so important because it forces that last defender to make a choice. And whether he guesses right or wrong is really how those plays typically play out. Whether he goes for the guy with the ball or covers that passing option. And the Hive, I totally agree with you. They haven't been able to force too many of those 2v1 situations yet in this series.
I'd almost say they haven't been able to force any, but as we continue forward, the Hive getting the early pressure here. Fox is equal to the task on defense. We'll see if they can maintain the pressure.
Well, Malmente is going to get the challenge. We've played almost a minute here. Does get the demo onto Henry. This is going to open up some space for Uga. Bacon the only one back, but gets played right into him. And he does get the clear. Malamente out of his own corner gets challenged there by Bacon. Henry up in the air. Gets the touch. Looking for the second one. Not going to be able to find it. As now it's Uga to play it away. They'll pop this one up. No problems for Bacon to keep this one in the Hive zone. Malmente's going to get challenged. This one comes off the back wall. Here comes Henry with the follow. Shot on goal. It's good. Henry first on the board for the Foxes.
Henry, opportunistic out of the mid, takes full advantage of that 50-50. Malamente was grounded, not able to do very much. Uga also grounded in the net. Tough to defend a top shelf shot when you have not already started reacting to it, and you're sideways.
It is 1-0 now in favor of the Foxes. They are looking to put a stranglehold on this series if they can win this game, up 2-1 in this best of 7. Malamente just going to get a little bit of a touch. Henry there to try to keep it in. Good play from Bacon. One more, he's looking for it, but it goes just a bit wide. Couldn't quite get there with the defender looming. As now, Malamente plays that one in for Bacon to try to touch this across the pitch. It's going to be Uga now. Puts it on the hood of his car. No problems for Henry to clear away. And again, Bacon with a solid clear. And you can see the Hive. I mean, I really don't like to harp on the same point over and over again, but this one's going to fall in for Henry. I'm just going to go ahead and hold that thought.
But hold it just for a little bit, because actually, hold it. That's what the Hive need to do. Let's just be honest here, Hunted. They need to hold the ball for more than a single touch. They've been able to get a couple touches on a few of these balls, but I'm noticing the tendency for this team to flick at the ball unnecessarily has been very high. We finally see some control out of Uga as he brings it all the way down into the Foxes zone.
Yeah, but he just doesn't do anything with it. Of course, he was getting hounded a little bit there by, I believe it was Bacon on the back wall. He's going to go up and get that one. And he's going to make the Foxes, pay for their over-aggression on the defensive side. Does get the double touch, and that is a great play. You don't really need control when you can control your car just like that.
Well, that was control, my friend, and that is exactly what this Hive squad needs to do. Let's see if they can do it for more than one goal. Is this one off the kickoff? The fake not paying off, but the Hive unable to convert for now. Foxes will look to regroup after a weak kickoff there.
Yeah, but luckily for them, it didn't go in, so they maintain their lead. 2:10 to go. Well, 2:15, I should say, to go here in game number 4, as Uga's going to put that one towards the sidewall. Henry, not quite the control he wants on that ball, but he gets it over to Bacon either way. Bacon looking to make the pass out. Uga will do it for him, but Bacon takes it away from Henry. That was an opportunity for the Foxes squandered.
Here is Uga again as he's flying down. I'm loving that the Hive are getting more control on their touches, and this pressure looks a lot more calculated than previous times. They definitely have a chance going forward. For the Foxes, though, it's going to be up to them to pressure the Hive. Now that they're trying to control, frustrate that aspect of their game. Don't allow them to have more than one touch, and try to keep things the status quo, because it's very advantageous for you if they are continuing to make single touches.
Minute 20 to go. Still the Hive need a goal to tie us up here in game 4. Malamente plays that right into Bacon, who has an opportunity. This ball will find its way out, but the demo from Malamente keeps the ball out. And the Hive just barely getting by, keeping this game a 1-goal game, as Bacon is going to have another opportunity. Henry gets demoed, so this ball is just going to fall down out in front for Bacon to try to collect. Now it's Uga taking it up the sidewall. What's he going to do with this? He might look for a pass. He will. But Malamente not in any type of position to follow up on that one. 45 seconds to go. Bacon misses the touch shot on goal. Saved by Henry. And we still play on as Uga goes up the wall to keep the ball in. The Hive are, as you would say, swarming around the Foxes' goal.
Yeah, they're doing a good job here. They need to not alleviate any pressure. They need to keep the forecheck going, because the Foxes are definitely on the back paw right now. Henry with a shot on. Malamente equal to the save. Ball high, lofted. Bacon with the backward touch. Probably a smart play here as 10 seconds to go. Uga not able to get by Bacon. Henry, 50-50 win. This will be center for Bacon. Pushes it down. Can he pancake it in? No. Uga will keep it out. 0 seconds. The ball's still up and it will drop. Foxes will win the next game, game number 4.
Yep, then they take a 3-1 series lead, and you know, we've seen a 3-0 series lead a little earlier on, and even a 3-1 series lead, not entirely safe. But, you know, the Foxes, I think the Foxes are a little bit different of a team than some of the teams that we watched earlier on. We've seen them deal with the adversity already. They lost a game in, I'm going to say, it was an absolute heartbreaker for the Foxes. That game 2 loss really hurt. I mean, if that was me, that's a really demoralizing game to lose the way that they did, and they've dealt with it. They won the next 2, and they're looking sharp, but they're not overly playing. They're not looking for the outplays. They're just outplaying the Hive.
Yeah, and if you have the opportunity to allow an opposing team to make mistakes or pressure mistakes out of an opponent, the Foxes need to do just that, because the Hive are making mistakes left and right. However, they're starting to get their feet under them. Yes, the Hive, the bees don't have feet, but they are starting to find their feet, my friend, and that is dangerous. The Foxes really need to pounce now while they have the chance, because one game can change momentum, as we saw earlier, my friend.
Yes, absolutely. I think this is a crucial game, not only for the Hive, of course, but the Foxes definitely would do well to finish the series out here in game number 5. As this one's going to be played into Malamente. And I'd like your take on really what the Hive need to do to come back in this series to try to force us into a Game 7.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what I feel like they need to do. It's really started with the control game. They had a lot more shots on. Great defensive rotation has been the name of the game for them. They've established that. But if they're able to control their touches, get the little demos, as we see Uga going huge ham on Henry there. Not able to get it in is Malamente, as Bacon played a great forecheck right there.
Oh, now it's Uga trying to play this one away, and a little bit of a car swap for the Hive player, as now Bacon tries to challenge Malamente. Henry will play this down. Uga's going to take this up, looking for the touch pass Bacon, but that one goes just a bit wide. Bacon in a good position to try to clear it away. Doesn't have a lot of boost, though. We'll pop this one up. Uga will watch it into his car and get the flick back. Bacon still here trying to press the attack. Neither team able to find a goal as we remain scoreless here through the first minute and a half of game number 5. Good play from Henry not to get juked there. But again, this one's a bit slower, I think, Kendo. It's more just, you know, back and forth play. Both teams not giving up their positioning. But as I say that, the Foxes are going to find the first of the game.
It's a little bit slower in critical events. The touches are coming fewer and far between, and you're not seeing anything critical as often, but I am noticing the Hive trying to pick up their pace of play and keep things in the mid. Did not work out there as they lost control, but the Foxes able to capitalize here. A chance, though, for the Hive off of the kickoff, not able to push it in. Uga, though, definitely seems like the man who needs to control for this Hive squad going forward. He's exhibited it well. Can he push for his team as the Foxes maintain their pressure?
Well, Malamente is going to collect this ball, passes it over to Uga, who does get a bit of a clear, but Bacon is next. Right back into the awaiting Malamente. Henry wants to try to control this one. It goes off his car a little bit too strong, but he does get the 50 and the demo, allowing Bacon to play this one. It's going to come out in front. No follow-up. That one a bit too hard for Henry to try to play in, but he's still got control. Malamente is going to play this down. A bit of an overcommitment, but No touch from Uga, and this will allow the Foxes to get back in position.
And that one was almost a need. You want to tie this game up while there's still plenty of time to make adjustments and allow for mistakes if they do happen. Uga missing the chance on the overcommit clear, but there is still plenty of time. Hate to beat a dead horse, but that plenty of time bug is still there. Just the Hive need to control these touches.
Yeah, but the problem is that now, since they are down a goal against this Foxes team, there's a time limit on how much they have left. When you're tied, all you are worrying about is scoring the next goal. Now you have to worry about scoring within this time limit that is set for you. It's 1:35, and the Foxes, they don't want to give you any kind of possession. They don't want to give you any sort of control. Malamente is going to demo Henry. This might open up a little bit of space. Malamente trying to challenge Bacon, but does eventually get cleared. Bacon going to carry it down. Uga looking for the bump onto Bacon. Eventually gets a good block, but Malamente with a clear. This is just going to allow Henry to boom it back.
And I feel like Malamente would have been decently served to just kill that ball on the hood and try to get a flick in. Instead, he flicks at it beforehand to control it. What a pass, though, as he's able to get it to Uga in the mid.
Yeah, Malamente, an absolutely clutch pass here. Plays that one. And hey, remember when we talked about those 2v1 plays that the Hive need to find? That is a perfect example.
There you go.
And the defender has to make a choice. Does he guard the shot? Does he go for the pass? He chose shot. The pass comes across, and the game is tied. Just like that, can the Hive find another one to push us into a game 6? Or will the Foxes take this one out? We've got 50 seconds to find out, as Henry is going to play this one a bump on to Malamente. Might open up some space. Uga's going to rotate across, but Bacon's still here trying to patrol through mid. He's only got Malamente to beat up in the air off the crossbar. Henry can't follow, so we continue to play. 30 seconds remaining, 1-1.
Oh no, but here's an opportunity. Such a big touch by Uga on the back end there. That one was almost faded for the goal. If not, the rebound opportunity was there. I feel like a demo play is necessary for either of these teams to really open something up right now, because both teams defensively on their rotations are not allowing any mistakes.
Well, Bacon is still here. Oh, he gets it up in the air. He's looking for the goal. He'll score! And the Foxes are going to the grand finals. They are your Blue Conference champions in the Premier League.
My friend, not so fast. We have seen crazy things before, and as amazing as the sizzling top shell shot was for Bacon, we might see something happen. You know what? Foxes win.
You know, I had to hype up the call, right? I couldn't just let it go and say, oh, there's a series or a second life. It would have been amazing to see it, but the Foxes do pull it out. Congratulations to them. And again, they move on. They are your Blue Conference champions, and they have quite the matchup up against the Bulls, who we saw earlier on. But you know, you got to give it to the Foxes. They played such a great series from the first kickoff all the way through to the end. They never took their foot off the gas pedal, and they pulled out the victory.
Gas, gas, gas. You got to step on the gas tonight, and the Foxes did so extremely well. Oh, Henry, Bacon, the Sizzler himself, able to put this game away. The Hive didn't have enough honey to keep it sweet enough, and sadly, the Den lives on into the finals. I'm just having fun with puns, my friend. I tell you what.
On your face that you're thinking about it, and you're just not able to come up with the puns. It's so funny to me, just watching you struggle through it. But
it's okay.
It was definitely fun. A lot of fun. These series were great, and you know, it pains me that this is kind of it for us for a while. We've got a couple week break. You know, obviously a lot happening in the Rocket League world, and you know, with holidays and such. The grand finals not until, I believe, early June. So, you know,
yes,
we're on a bit of a hiatus, but that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of Rocket League action to come.
Let me look at my calendar over here. If I remember correctly, it is June 8th and June 9th that we have the finals.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
2-week break. June 8th and June 9th will be your finals. And if I remember correctly, they have June 8th, the Foundation League and the Academy League. June 9th, that Sunday, going to be a prime time Sunday for the Champions League and these Foxes going up against the Bulls. I cannot wait because you have the 2 number 1 seeds going up against each other in the Premier League. It's going to be absolutely crazy to see. Really, the comeback that we saw out of the Bulls is amazing tonight. Oh yeah. Like you thought it was over there, but you know, we can make amazing things happen, man.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it was fun.
You know what? Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just saying that it was fun, and of course, you know, the other storyline from the other 2 leagues that we get to follow too into the championship is that it's the Puffins and the Tyrants, or no, the Puffins and the Outlaws.
Outlaws, yes.
I don't know where I got the Tyrants from. Puffins and the Outlaws, both teams making it to the finals in both the Foundation and Academy League. And this is awesome because we might see the first time ever that one franchise wins multiple championships in a season.
In a season, absolutely, and that would be crazy. Like you've seen multiple championships, you've seen back-to-back championships here in MLE play, but never before has it happened. There has been an opportunity. If I remember right, the Wizards were looking really good back in season 6, I believe it was, but they weren't able to pull it off completely. I think the one team got snuffed out in a conference final, but going forward, a great chance for either team. I love the fact that you have 2 teams that have found a way to develop their squads and the lower levels. They're growing up their players so well. And it'll be fun to see those players move up leagues and see if they can continue their dominance, because well played by both those squads if they can continue to cultivate that sort of atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all going to come to a head in a couple of weeks when we have those grand finals for you. You're not going to want to miss it. Of course, I'm sure Tai will keep us all entertained with some, you know, wonderful community events. Of course, the Minecraft server, if you're into that, is up and running. They're doing a great job over there. But, you know, you all right? Do you have something you want to say?
I have something, Hunted, and if you're still up for it, I do have a thing called MLE Monday tomorrow.
Oh, there you
and
go.
If I remember right, we were talking about it, and I still would like to have you on.
Yeah, sure. I think I can make some time for you, sir. No problem. But, you know, we'll talk about that afterwards here. And, yeah, of course, there will definitely be content leading up into the grand final, so you guys are not going to want to miss that. Maybe we can finally get Bear to do season 7 season 7 awards, which we still haven't done.
He's own goaling that one.
Well, anyways, it's so hard to sign off here, but we do have to do it. We will be back, like I said, in a couple of weeks for the grand finals. All the teams are decided. Make sure to congratulate all the players on making it through. And of course, yes, as you're doing so, I do want to give a huge thank you to our sponsors this season. Balls with Guarana, of course, our replay sponsor for Play of the Week, and Power A with their wonderful controllers. Guys, you have been so great to us, and so have you, the viewers, and it has been an absolute pleasure to bring all this action for you each and every week. But tonight, we do have to sign off. My name is Hunted. That is Kendo. For Sleegy, for Vitali, for everybody here in the MLE, we thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in just a couple of weeks to finish season number 8. Have a great night, guys.